You know, all these people that keep pointing to the thief on the cross to reject water baptism, you deceive yourselves. Jesus wasn't glorified yet. And look what Jesus told Peter on the eve of his crucifixion after he ate the Passover with them. He laid his garments to the side and girded himself with a towel to wash their feet. Peter said, "You shall never wash my feet." And Jesus said, "Peter, if I don't, you have no part with me." Well, Peter said, "Well, not only my feet, but my hands and my head." But Jesus said, "He who is washed needs only to say, wash his feet, is every whit clean. And you are clean," he said, "but not all." Because John said he knew Judas Iscariot would betray him. We got to see that Jesus in John chapter 4, verse 1, when the Pharisees heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John the Baptist, I mean, he baptized his disciples. And Jesus told Nicodemus, unless you're born of water and the Spirit, you can't enter into the kingdom of God. Peter in chapter 3, verse 21 and 20 and 21, when he says, "No one ain't soul being saved by water," he says, "How baptism does now save us, not the washing away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of a clear conscience towards God." Which is the same thing the writer of Hebrews is referring to in chapter 10, verse 22, when he says, "Drawing near in full assurance of faith, having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience, and our bodies washed with pure water." Unless we're born of water and the Spirit, we're not entering into the kingdom of God. And water baptism is where we die with Him. And that's also where we're given life with Him. This is what Paul was describing in Romans chapter 6. And it's also what he's describing in Colossians chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. There's going to be a lot of, as Jesus said, there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You know, people get in the comments and say, be careful not to add to the requirements of salvation. You need to worry about taking away from the requirements of salvation. As Jesus said, "He who is not with me is against me, and he who is not gathering with me scatters abroad." You need to quit pointing to the thief on the cross, because